Okay, so in this question, we're given the 3 coordinates of a triangle, and what are they asking us to find? So without graphing, we need to figure out what type of triangle. I'm just going to draw a sketch of a triangle randomly. A, B, C. I'm not graphing this, just so that I can visually see which segments would connect, right? And I want to know what type of triangle it is. Well, if the length of AB, the length of BC, and the length of AC were all the same, what type of triangle would that be? If all 3 sides were the same length? Okay, so let's start by finding out, okay, what's the length of AB? Then we can compare it with the length of BC, and we can compare that with the length of CA to classify what type of triangle this is. Always make sure that you label your coordinates x1, y1, x2, y2. That way when you're plugging it in, you're doing it in the correct order. Plus 0 minus -1 squared. And then we can simplify this. Becomes 3 squared plus 1 squared. 9 plus 1. Square root of 10. It's approximately, let's round it to 1 decimal place. 3.2. I'm going to use C is going to be my x2 and y2. So 3, no, it doesn't matter. 3 minus -1, as long as you're going in the correct order, okay? Plus 1 minus -1 squared. Did I do that right? 4 squared plus 2 squared. Okay, so this is approximately equal to 4.5. Well, what does that tell me so far about the triangle? That it cannot be what type of triangle? It cannot be an equilateral triangle because so far I know that this length is 4.5 and this length is 3.2. What possible types of triangles can this be right now? Well, if CB is the same length as AB, that will tell us that it's isosceles. If it's not the same, it will tell us that it's a scalene triangle. Bless you. Okay, so BC, 3 take away 0 is 3 squared plus -1 squared. 3.2. What does this tell us now about the triangle? This length is 3.2. 2 of the lengths of the triangle are the same. So we know so far that it's an isosceles triangle, right? But we also need to figure out if there is a right angle in this triangle. We can have a right angle isosceles triangle. So now we want to know if any of these slopes, so the slope of AB, if it's perpendicular to the slope of BC, if they have negative reciprocals, or if CB and AC have negative reciprocals. So you have to find 3 slopes. Plugging in the coordinates, again, depends on which one you labeled as x1 and y1. What is the slope in lowest terms as a fraction? Leave it as a fraction because it's easier to see which one has a reciprocal. So what is it? Pardon? Positive 1 over 3. Good. That's the slope of AB. Positive 2. Okay, so as of right now, do these 2 lines intersect at a 90-degree angle? No. What about BC? Okay, and the last slope that we found is -3 over 1. Examining all 3 slopes, are any of them negative reciprocals of each other? Yes, which ones? AB and BC, which means that this actually, like I said, I was just drawing a sketch of a triangle. This actually intersects at a 90-degree angle. So what type of triangle is this? Good. It's a right isosceles triangle. That's it.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.